Hello ladies and gentlemen, we are now presenting AB channel presents Let's Talk. Today we have a guest. He is a British born citizen and PhD doctorate from British and London, United Kingdom. So we are talking about our liberation war, what has happened in 1971 and our father of nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. So you are welcome to our show. Let's talk.
Thank you.
Mr. Arbab Akhand is a management specialist. He is a doctorate from United Kingdom, London. He also have so many skills. If I said about him, I cannot explain it all the day because of he is a very much famous in management section because he have some books in Amazon. You can find Mr. Arbab Akhand's book. We have studied his book on our management subject. So we are talking about the, sir, we have a talking about our liberation war, what has happened in 1971, and it is led by our father of nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. So you are born in British, your parents were from Bangladesh side. What people think about our war in there?
First of all, we are talking about Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, the father of the nation, who is actually still today, which I think he will live forever in our hearts, is a charismatic, transformational and transactional leader.
Right, sir.
And about the war, which was taken under his directorship, under his guidance. The people had a mixed feeling at the initial stage of the war. They were not so much, due to the distance and other things, BBC, and the news that comes, they do not come as a pure, it is filtered and also added, rumors added to some extent.
Right.
It is biased. Authentic news was really limited at that time.
Right, sir.
And at that time, I can recall, Facebook wasn't that,
it
was unknown to us. So whatever came was maybe at times it was intervened by Pakistan or the Western field, United States. So news was not that authentic or genuine. But even then, we came to the reality, we understood, and the people in United Kingdom at that time greatly supported, the people greatly supported the cause of liberation, the cause of freedom.
But the government was not supporting us at that time.
Definitely the government was not supporting, but we got the support from the people.
Oh, you are saying that the people was very much helpful to Bangladeshi emotions.
Definitely, because the people understood what is exploitation, what is colonialism. They know very well. Colonialism, exploitation, these are matters of the government. But the people were with us. There's no doubt about that.
Dr. Arbab Akhand, did you think that without our father of nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, the war can be passed?
From my observation and understanding, without Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, or take away Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, Bangladesh would not have come to reality. That's the fact.
Right.
That's the reality. We owe Bangladesh to Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, to his leadership, to his charismatic leadership, to his personality, and that's why we call him the father of the nation. We can compare him to Mahatma Gandhi, the father of the nation of India.
So nice of you, sir.
Of course, Mahatma Gandhi was a strategist,
yes, sir,
politician, statesman, at the same time the liberator of India.
Right.
As such, Sheikh Mujib, I can even say the same adjectives towards Sheikh Mujibur Rahman.
At the liberation war, there was so many army people was involved in Bangladesh. So what do you think? The only army and the policemen can get us freedom from them?
There are a number of resources in order to liberate a country. We take into consideration number of resources. Army and police, not necessarily. We need the support of the people, the masses. And remember, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, the father of the nation, was a people's man. He fought for the people. He fought on behalf of the people for Bangladesh. So, we got the support from police, we got the support from other groups, but most important is the public, is the people.
Oh, those who are doing war.
Yes, doing war, and those who are also in Bangladesh at the same time, but had their heart and soul towards the cause of liberation.
So, what are you thinking about the people who have given their life, their souls, their everything for Bangladesh? They want the independence from Pakistan. What do you think about that?
30 lakh people died.
Yes. Okay.
And that's the truth. They died for a cause, for an ideology. They didn't know the result. We know the result. They didn't know. When they gave their lives, they fought for a reason without knowing the consequences. The result is now what we see, the birth of Bangladesh. And still today, we have to recognize their effort, their motivation, their blood. We owe them a lot.
Sir, you have seen so many things about that, about the corruption, what is going on in Bangladesh. Now there is a new government from Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman's daughter, Sheikh Hasina.
Bangladesh, her war on corruption, there's no doubt that it is the truth. In order to progress, in order to take our country to one step, to a next level, we need to eradicate or minimize corruption. It is time the Prime Minister has taken positive steps. She has risked in taking that. She's taking a risk, but even
Yes.
then,
Yes.
she's in the right direction.
Right.
We should support her. We are supporting her in all the way, because corruption is not only about corruption is a culture in this country, and to fight this culture takes great strength, great courage, and that courage comes from our Prime Minister, who is showing it. It is not a matter of 1 + 1 is 2. Culture is something which is vague,
Because
mysterious. We cannot see culture.
because she is a daughter of father of nation.
She's taking that spirit.
She
This
have
is a
the
challenge.
She have the challenge. She always loves to do challenge.
And it may be late, but she cannot do everything at the same time.
Yeah, of course.
Gradually, now it's time she's focusing on corruption. This is the time. People say, why couldn't the Prime Minister start from day 1 of our Prime Ministership, day 2? But no, everything has its time, and the time has come. So I have to bow my head to her judgment. The time has come. We are with her. Under her leadership, at least we can minimize corruption, like we have controlled poverty.
So, do you think that it is going good?
From my perspective, it's a brilliant initiative.
Okay.
I haven't heard of such initiative, being a political scientist. Such initiative is going good, there's no doubt. But every initiative may have a little drawbacks. Obviously, when a plan is executed, we see shortcomings. So that also is under the able leadership of Sheikh Hasina. We can also control the shortcomings. But she is doing a fantastic job. There's no doubt
Thank you,
about
sir.
it.
So, do you think Bangladesh is developing?
This is undeniable. There's no question about that.
Why? Because we are making Padma Bridge, we are making flyover for this only.
Not only for that, we are globally known. Bangladesh is globally known. Also see our RMG sector. Though we are not producing, we are not a brand name, but our product is sold even in Harrods in the United Kingdom. So we are making progression, there's no doubt. We don't hear anything about starvation at the moment. There's no doubt about it. Even a rickshaw puller, with due respect, earns 20 to 25,000
Yes.
per month.
Yeah.
All this credit goes to one person, to our Prime Minister.
To our Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina.
So I think we are making, our GDP is on the rise.
Rising.
So progress is everywhere. And we are going through a phase of capitalism. This is called free market economy.
Yes, sir.
At the same time, we are going through a process of industrialization.
She is trying to doing the free market.
Free market and industrialization.
Yes,
but
industrialization.
with industrialization, there might come competition, rivalry, greed. That's what's happening. And our Prime Minister is trying to control that element of industrialization. First of all, with industrialization comes greed, comes competition, comes rivalry. That's the phenomenon, that's the truth. And our Prime Minister has understood that, is trying to tackling those issues.
So do you think that we have religious freedom in Bangladesh?
It is my belief we have complete religious freedom in Bangladesh. Complete. As a Muslim, yes. Christian, yes. Hinduism, yes. All religions will come and practice their beliefs. And this is ensured by our government
Okay.
under the leadership of Sheikh Hasina, who will not tolerate discrimination based on religion.
Right.
People can enjoy, can meditate, can play their part in religious activities as long as they do not harm another religion. This is what I call level of tolerance.
Level of tolerance. Thank you, sir. I have a question about our tourism sector. You know, we have a sea beach in Cox's Bazar, and this is the world largest sea beach in. So, what do you think about the future of tourism sector?
About our tourism, to some extent, we have facilities. We have attractive natural beauty, phenomenal beauty. It's not only about Cox's Bazar. Even in Molavi Bazar,
Yes,
we have
Sundarban.
Sundarban. We have phenomenal natural beauty, but our tourism is poor because of the infrastructure.
You need develop of.
We need to
infrastructure.
develop our tourism,
Okay.
but there's no problem. We can market. We have our products are marketable.
Okay.
People will come, but our infrastructure to some extent needs to be developed. There are countries where there is scarcity of beautiful things that we have.
Okay.
It's in Bangladesh that we have. So tourism to me is we can attract. Tourism to some extent is related to economics of the country.
Right. It's rising our economy.
It is rising, it can contribute to economy,
Yes.
there's no doubt, only if our infrastructure can be improved. And our able Prime Minister is looking into this area. It is not only about natural beauty, how to get to the natural beauty. Then beauty must be marketed to the right audience.
Okay. Sir, I have recently known that you have invited by government of Moldova, and they are also want to be a representative from Bangladesh, like this. So, European Union and other European community, what they think about Bangladesh? What is their view about Bangladesh?
They perceive Bangladesh as a developing country.
Okay.
They do not think Bangladesh is a third world country anymore.
Okay.
And most important, they see Bangladesh through the eyes of our Prime Minister. And they know Sheikh Mujibur Rahman.
Okay.
It is their lenses. They can see them. That's how they see Bangladesh. And Bangladesh is now a visible country. You can see Bangladesh wherever you are in the world. It's no longer a third world country. We are emerging as a force.
So you are a British citizen. Do you feel that you are safe in Bangladesh? There is some terrorist activity. There is some risk for you.
Risk is everywhere, but to some extent, I feel that I'm safe.
Okay.
This is my area. This is my country, and I feel I'm safe. There was a time when I felt insecure. That has also been controlled. So I think I'm very much safe, protected by the government. Of course, there might be criticisms about our civil liberty. According to some, our civil liberty has been taken away. But even then, I don't believe in these concepts.
Okay.
I believe I'm fully protected by the state, and
you are safe.
I'm safe.
Okay. So about some foreigner, if you have some speech about to foreigner, what you are saying to they can come Bangladesh?
Investors can come. The country is beautiful, extraordinarily welcome and hospitable. Enjoy our hospitality. We are a great nation, and we like people to come from abroad to see, to feel Bangladeshi.
What do you think about the Bangladeshi people if go abroad, if go to another countries? What do you think that Bangladeshi people are now look like not a third world countries people, or they are gentle like this, or they are coming from they are Bangladeshi? They no, he is come from Bangladesh. I don't want to see his passport. Okay, go come another queue like this.
Things have changed.
Now changed?
Changed.
Okay.
The matter of perception has changed. We are no longer looked upon as slaves.
Thank you, sir.
We are now a citizen.
I was
of an
expecting
independent.
this kind of answer from you.
We have got people like Shakibul Hasan,
Yes.
great cricketer number one. Who doesn't know Shakibul Hasan?
Okay.
If you know Tendulkar,
Hmm.
you'll know. If you know Kohli, you'll know Shakibul Hasan.
Yes, sir.
So we have got a Nobel Prize winner,
Yes, Dr. Yunus.
and there might be other great people. We've got outstanding personalities in Bangladesh. So people, the perception of Bangladesh has changed.
We have Sir Fazle Abed.
Sir title.
Yeah.
And besides that, we are not looked upon as a third world country any longer. Our perception has changed. The people look at us in another sense. We've got Bangladeshis in the British Parliament.
Okay. Yes. Tulip Siddiqui.
She's doing a great job.
Great job.
Who
in the
doesn't-
Labour Party.
A Labour Party member of the Parliament,
Member of the
sitting in the British Parliament.
British Parliament. And another mayor is also from Bangladesh.
You're right. A mayor
Yeah.
is from Bangladesh. So who can overlook us?
Yeah. Right.
It's a great strength that we have these people.
Sir, what are you thinking about the population of Bangladesh?
We are proud to have such a population. Of course, it is not totally resourceful population, but we have an enormous strength. Our population is our strength.
Right.
If we can bring that, if you can transform the strength into resources, human resources, by giving them proper skills, the country, and by the population I mean workforce.
You know,
in this country,
we are fast in remittance sector.
yes, and in this country you will see a silent population. There is a huge number of population, but there is also a silent population. working in Bangladesh, but you will not hear their names. Their names are not famous, but we have got a huge number of silent population. So from my perspective, if I want this population to be a resourceful, if I want to transform this population into capital resources, we need skills development.
So what do you think about our young generation of Bangladesh?
The young generation, yes, there is a generational gap in this country.
Okay.
Because I come from a generation.
I come from another generation.
Another generation is about, there might be, but we need to close the gap between generations. We need to understand each other. This understanding is a little problem at the moment. We don't seem to understand young generation, those who have been born, let's say from 2000 and let's say 2008. Those who have been born up from 2008 till now, they have got another perception.
Right.
So we call that generational differences. I haven't seen Facebook when I was growing up. So we see these generational gaps, generational differences that might have to be addressed. I cannot take leadership of an organization by being, I was born in a time of Pakistan time. I have to change my perception. So yes, there is a generational difference, but our young generation, there's no doubt, is also charismatic.
Yes. Do you think our young generation is moderate? They don't feel shy and they are doing well in their sector.
Our new generation is very open.
Okay.
They don't feel shy to talk.
Yes.
They are very good talkers. Our new generation knows the technology. They know that it is a digital era.
We have Bangabandhu satellite now.
Yes. So
our own satellite.
Our young people are not afraid to stand up and say, no, I will not accept this. So I am proud to have a young generation who is patriotic and thinks about Bangladesh at all stages.
Can you see the love to our young generation for Bangladesh?
Definitely. I can see love in their eyes.
Really?
Yes, in Bangladeshis. I can see the ideology. I can see their support, their vision. They want to move with Bangladesh. Bangladesh is moving, they also want to move. And obviously, they need proper guidance.
Right.
They might be, our young generation to some extent, might be disoriented. Some section. But under our Prime Minister's leadership, we can see a new kind of young generation coming up.
Yes.
Who believes in taking a positive role in the society without becoming a hero.
Do you think there is in Bangladesh there is a terrorism problem? It's worldwide. We have terrorism problem.
Yes, we had a terrorism problem,
but it is controlled.
Completely controlled from my perspective. I'm not a person from intelligence.
Yes,
but what I can see is totally controlled. We had an incident a few years ago.
Yes, sir.
And that incident hasn't been repeated. So I think terrorism is totally controlled.
So terrorism is totally controlled in Bangladesh.
And investors come and do their business.
There is no risk.
Tourists can come. No,
there is no risk.
I cannot see any risk.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you can hear from the Dr. Arbab Khan. He is a management specialist. He is a PhD from United Kingdom. He is with us in our program of our AB channel presents Let's Talk. So he's saying we are safe. So you can come and invest in our Bangladesh. You can come true to our Bangladesh. You can see the beautiful Bangladesh. You can see our hospitality. You can see our great welcome. You can see our smile. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir, to come to our show.
It's a pleasure.
Let's talk.
It
Thank
is
you.
a pleasure.
Thank you, sir. Bye bye.